Coming up today on Studio 13 Live, we're getting a taste of Pacific Northwest brews, ciders, and alcoholic ginger beers with Botanic Ale. Get a look at their tasting room in Fremont and the tropical plants they have to offer.
Plus, married couples getting divorced are finding a unique way to celebrate what soon-to-be exes are doing instead of avoiding each other at all costs.
And Cirque du Soleil is joining us in studio for a special performance from their upcoming production, Corteo.
Then Enrama is showing us how to make some delicious chorizo mac and cheese and braised citrus chickpeas. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Always got to do a little shoulder shake when the music starts, you know. Welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We are always so excited for you to join us. I'm Mireya Garcia.
And I'm Carly Henderson. And exciting news, it is officially Women's History Month. So we're really excited to introduce you to a bunch of amazing women in our area. And if you know anyone that you think that we should bring on and feature, be sure to message us. Send us a message on social media at Studio 13 on Fox.
Very
Lots of cool ladies to spotlight.
Yeah, absolutely. But first, let's get into our entertainment headlines right now. So first up, The Weeknd deserves a round of applause, if you will. That's right. So I was really hoping you guys were going to hit me up with the applause production. But that's okay. Please, oh my God.
DIY sound effects here.
So The Weeknd's become the #1 artist in the world on Spotify, scoring the highest monthly listener count with 100 million of his hit songs. Blinding Lights, the most streamed song of all time on Spotify, with 3.4 billion streams and counting. I love me some Weeknd, for sure.
Yeah, I'm not that surprised. I feel like he's been in the top 5 for years now. His songs are always hits, especially when Ariana Grande jumps on them. So good. He's also feuding with Rolling Stone right now.
Is he really?
Heard about that? Yeah.
Oh.
So because he's getting more into like the TV and film world. He's working with Sam Levinson, the Euphoria creator, for the show The Idol, and they shaded Rolling Stone a little bit, and Rolling Stone does not like some of the content that's in there, and so they're kind of like going back and forth about it. So
I love a little feud. Just light feuding.
A light feud, okay. Let's talk about someone else in the music industry. Ed Sheeran, he has officially announced a new album. It has 14 tracks, and it's called Subtract. The album's set to be released May 5th, and he's also on tour right now, and it's gonna be in Seattle at Lumen Field on August 26th. This is exciting.
Yeah, you know who's a big fan of his? My husband.
Oh,
yeah, I feel like
nice.
he's always jamming out to Ed Sheeran in the car, and I'm like, this is great.
Is he really romantic?
Unexpected. I mean, he's romantic enough, of course.
Average,
hey, baby.
Average romantic?
But yeah, he just like listened to Ed Sheeran a couple times and was like, oh my gosh, I actually really like this. So he and my son like rock out to it in the car on the way to daycare.
Oh, that's so cute. Well, it's his final mathematical themed album. So he's gonna have a whole new era after this. And he was saying he's making this music for himself. He's not making this music to please anyone else, which I kind of hate when people do that. Because I mean, I'm happy for them that they can do it. And I know this one has a lot of heart. It's covering a lot of like heavy things that he's gone through and stuff. But like, I'm just thinking of Lord's album, most recent album. I loved her so much. I feel like we waited so long for the follow-up to Melodrama, and it was just like,
not for you.
Not totally. I want them to just keep making pop music.
Oh,
you know what I
my
mean? Like those
goodness.
bangers.
Yeah.
But I feel like Ed Sheeran's also gotten a lot of shade for doing that. So whatever he puts out is going to be amazing, I'm sure. He's one of the biggest artists in the world, super talented, but.
Absolutely. Yeah. All right, Disney Plus is taking fans back to Neverland. A new trailer for Peter Pan and Wendy has been released. So this is a live-action remake of the original animated film all the way back from 1953. Alexander Maloney and Ever Anderson are the characters, or playing the title characters rather, alongside with Jude Law as Captain Hook. You can start streaming this on April 28th. And you know, I never know how I feel about them redoing with like live action style. It doesn't have the same ring to it as it did, you know, as an animation when I watched it as a kid, which I really enjoy. But it's nice to reminisce, so I'm sure it's going to be enjoyable. I'll give it a try.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Yara Shahidi as a Tinkerbell.
Yes.
I hope she gets her own spin-off too. She is just going to take over the world. She already kind of has.
Yes.
So I'm excited. I hope this is the beginning of more for her as well. Some happy news for Priscilla Presley. She just signed on to voice herself in the new animated Agent Elvis series on Netflix. She co-created the show, which follows Elvis as he is recruited into a secret government spy program while still keeping his day job as the king of rock and roll. Matthew McConaughey is going to be voicing Elvis, which we are very excited for. And the show premieres on March 17th, so just around the corner.
You know, I will give this a try. I'm excited that it's helping the Presley family in some way, but I don't love it. It feels a little silly to me, especially with all the gravitas that was, put on Elvis's name here recently with Oscar-nominated films, and now he's a cartoon character. I doesn't vibe with me.
I feel like there's a lot of people that are really excited for it, though. And I'm excited for Priscilla because she's 77 years old. And what is cooler than becoming an animated cartoon character? Come on, that's awesome. So,
well, I guess
we'll give it a try.
We'll have to disagree on this one, but I'll give it a look. All right. How far would you be able to go to write the perfect autograph? All right. A woman in LA says that she actually makes custom signatures for celebrities. We're talking doctors too, lawyers, other people who get a little flack for not having a good signature. So she does a minimum of 300. This is a huge number to me, 300 a month, and offers packages that have multiple ways to sign. So she charges between $10 to $55, depending on the client. She uses different styles like elegant, subtle, dramatic, sharp, classic, legible, or even illegible. Do you have a signature?
I mean, I guess so. Everybody has one, right? Mine is like a big C and then a little scribble situation. But hearing all about like how much people are putting into their autographs or their signatures and how much they're willing to pay someone to do it, it kind of makes me want to have a cooler one. Add some little loop-de-loops to it and just have it be a whole moment because mine's just kind of a mess.
Well,
what about you?
Mine has changed over the years. It used to really just be my name in sort of cursive.
Yeah.
Now it's literally, it looks mostly like a line, and I get a lot of flack for this. It's like 3 humps in a line.
Yeah.
And it looks mostly the same the whole time, but you know what? I'm not gonna pay somebody to tell me how to be me, so I think I'm gonna pass.
It's kind of weird because I feel like the whole point of an autograph or a signature is that it's your own, right?
Right.
But I guess for people who are signing things all day long that other people are reading, maybe it's part of their personal brand, so it's worth it.
Sure, potentially.
It's not too expensive.
No.
I don't know. You just have to practice over and over. I feel like at
That's
some point we
exhausting.
all just invented it and then kind of did it over and over, but that was a long time ago. Get this. Some couples are deciding to end their marriages in a very unique way with divorce parties. I feel like we're bringing you just all the divorce news on the show lately. Soon-to-be exes are deciding to get everybody together one last time and have a big party. An invitation to a divorce party is floating around online and says, quote, "Come celebrate the end of a bad marriage and the return of a good friendship. Plus ones are welcome. Ours will be there."
Wow.
A divorce party. I feel like it must have ended quite amicably to have something like this because I don't think every couple could do this.
No, and we've talked about this here before. I very strongly believe that you don't owe anybody like you should be civil, especially if you have children together, but you don't owe anybody a friendship if the relationship wasn't good for you or wasn't good for your mental health, and you can have a break for yourself. So I think it's interesting that we're pushing this idea of wanting to just like be really friendly right away, but you know what? If it works for you, there's no need for senseless drama either.
Yeah, and I feel like a party's always better with a game, so I feel like they each need to become like a team captain and divide up the friends right there at the party.
They can fight it out for the furniture together.
The furniture, just rip it apart, moving it to separate sides of the house.
Look, I'm always gonna love a party, so that's all right, I guess.
This is a little more of a reality show situation I feel like we're inventing right now.
It's so wild to me, but whatever works for you, hun, that's what I say.
Yeah, if I get invited to one, I'm definitely going to check it all out.
I think so. All right, coming up, we are checking in with our friends Jody and Bender for mornings on 95.7 The Jet.
Yeah, we're gonna hear all about Taylor Swift's new venture right after the break.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile.
It is Thursday, which means it's time to check out what our besties are doing for mornings on 95.7 The Jet.
We're talking about Jody and Bender.
Hi, guys.
Hey, guys.
Morning.
Just
hey.
in case you didn't know who the besties were, it's
Right.
Jody and Bender.
They don't call everybody their besties. I know. I
You're the
watched
only
show.
people we call that.
Yeah. Excellent.
And it is a
Excellent.
privilege that we will never overlook.
Good.
Yes, but you know what you don't love, Bender? The fact that we are both Swifties.
I didn't say that I'm not a Swiftie. I am not a Swiftie.
No.
But
He's a hater.
But I'm not a hater.
Yeah, you are.
Okay, so if you're not a fan of Taylor Swift or you're not a Swiftie, you're a hater.
You have some negative things to say about her.
Well, don't tell
You do.
us.
She's not your
This
favorite.
is not the time or the place. That's right. Listen, to this. She goes, "Oh my God, you're not going to be our besties
I don't
anymore."
want to hear it either.
Taylor Swift. You know the little golden books for kids and toddlers and so on. Taylor Swift has her own little golden book.
Love it.
Coming out due in May. It's already an Amazon bestseller.
Wow.
Swifties like yourselves losing their ever-loving minds. It's Taylor Swift, a little golden book biography. It's part of a series that's designed. This is the best part of the description. It's designed to introduce preschoolers to famous people.
Yes, because they need to meet
I
them
think they
right
know.
away.
I feel
Right
like I was
away.
the only person who's never heard of a little golden book. Did we have these when we were kids?
Yeah, they have the little golden edge on the back.
I don't think I was
Yeah.
as
You would
regal
know it
as
if
you
you saw
guys.
It's not real gold. That's a good
it's not
qualifying
real
note.
gold.
It's
Not
like
really
wasn't the Thomas books the train? Wasn't he a little golden book?
I don't remember.
It was stories
I
like
think
that.
so.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you would know. It was just a line.
Before celebrities like Taylor Swift got little golden books to introduce toddlers to famous people.
Right. Very
Great.
important.
Future
Start learning
Swifties.
right away.
She's planting the seeds right now.
Right.
Swiftie.
I hear you got another story about a woman who lost out on some kind of valuable chip. Fill us in on this.
Oh, my God. So this is England. This story is heartbreaking. You're going to know why I said that word in a minute. So there's a company called Walker's, which is like a Lay's over there. And Walker's was running a competition that a woman was unaware of as she enjoyed a bag of chips. She found a chip that was shaped like a heart. You know, that happens sometimes, a chip shaped like something.
Sure.
She took a picture of it, sent it to her friends. She was like, haha, this potato chip is shaped like a heart. Sent the picture to her friends, proceeded to eat it, went on and on. Her friends texted her back and said, don't eat that. Walker's is offering $100,000 for the best heart-shaped chip.
Stop.
But it was too late.
Oh
no.
Yeah.
my
So they
God.
reached out. Pictures not enough. They reached out to Walker's and they were like, sorry, you have to produce the chip, but the contest is still ongoing, so she can buy more bags of chips and try
Looking
again.
for hearts.
Yeah, looking for
Right.
hearts, looking for all different kinds of hearts.
But if you think about it,
$100,000 is a lot.
Yes.
that's a life-changing amount of money. And if you brought if you were to transport it to show it to them in person or mail it, wouldn't the chip break anyway? Why can't you just send a picture,
I wouldn't
Walkers?
think you'd mail it. You probably-
For $100,000,
What are you gonna do
you
with
could be
it?
careful enough not to break the potato chip.
I will walk
guess
it
so.
Who
to
would
you.
mail a potato chip?
I guess I'm just clumsy, and I
Stick
feel
it
like
in
a
an
lot of things
envelope.
would go wrong.
All right, so it sounds like
You put it in
we're
bubble wrap and send it FedEx.
bubble wrap.
Yes?
That'll do it. It sounds like we're losing the moon. What's up with that?
Yeah, that was right there. That's the best tee up for a story ever. We're going to go from Taylor Swift children's books to a chip worth $100,000 to, oh my God, we may be losing the moon.
No moon.
According to NASA, scientists have made the discovery that the moon is drifting away from the Earth 3.5 centimeters per year.
Uh-oh.
So I don't want to panic anybody, but we may no longer be tethered to the moon in like 1 billion years.
Isn't that bad for the tides and stuff? Doesn't the moon control the tides?
Yes,
Oh,
it
yeah.
I don't want to
does.
blow everyone's mind with my knowledge of science here.
Scientists
sciencey.
discovered that 2.4 billion years ago, the moon was 60,000 kilometers closer to the Earth than it is today, and that that would have provided 17 hours of sunlight per day, which I don't get because the moon doesn't do that. The sun does that. But then again,
There's moonlight.
I'm still stuck on the Taylor Swift kid story. So I'm really not focused on us possibly losing the moon.
I wouldn't blame it for backing away slowly after all these years.
I
Hey,
love that.
you guys, never forget, we're your besties, and we are proud to say it, even when we're not on TV. We tell everybody that we're your besties.
Well, you're super funny, and we love you very much.
Berry, golden berry much.
Oh, you see that? You see that?
Very nice.
Bye, guys.
Very
Bye.
excited.
Can't wait to come join you guys in studio in a couple weeks, too. We'll see you soon.
See you
That'd be
soon.
fun.
All right, coming up, we're getting a look at a local speakeasy that blends a love for tropical plants and Pacific Northwest brews.
Yeah, we're going to get a taste of botanic ales, a variety of beers, ciders, wines, and even alcoholic ginger beer. We'll be right back.
Take you another mile.
Hello, can you see us?
Coming from the jungle.
We've come out of the jungle for Seattle Sips, where you can check out some amazing drinks in your area.
Yes, and today we are joined by Scott Bianchi and Joe Huang with the Botanic Ale. Welcome.
Hi.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for coming in. This is so cool. I know you opened less than a year ago, right?
Yes.
Last May in Fremont.
Perfect.
Tell us kind of all about the vibe, the ambiance of the whole place.
So the vibe and ambiance is, it's a little bit of a speakeasy and a secret garden.
Oh.
I didn't really want it to look like a commercial, like plant shop. So I really want it to be like a jungle, living room, secret garden, speakeasy vibe, if that even makes sense.
Yes.
Do you have to have a password when you say speakeasy? Do you have to have a password to get in? How does this work?
Just whisper, I love plants. and
Yes.
you come in.
Yes. Or I love beer or wine or
Whatever you
cider.
want.
Whatever you want. Or bring a dog. That's a free pass in.
So I know that you're minority and disability owned, and you are run with the goal of uplifting the best small brewers in the Pacific Northwest. So talk to me about what inspired this idea to bring drinks and plants together. Two things I already love, by the way.
Perfect. So I started a houseplant business during the pandemic, and it was out of our little condo. And very quickly I realized that it's after the 16th time Scott trips, like over a plant or a pot, like that's just not the best space for it. So we really started looking at spaces, and I found a way to combine our passions. Scott's always been into craft brewing. He had a commercial fridge in his condo, and it was my way of bridging because Scott was diagnosed 10 years ago with a very aggressive bone cancer. And so it was like, okay, he can't do what a tradition, like he can't do brewing because it's so much heavy lifting, it's so physical. So how can I create, problem-solving mind? How can I create a solution through our business, not only what we can do for our passions, but also uplifting small-scale beverage makers in the Pacific Northwest.
Yeah,
Beautiful.
I've heard that you partner with a bunch of different types of beverage makers, as you mentioned too. So like breweries, cideries, wineries, everything.
You sell mead.
Alcoholic ginger beer. Kind of tell us all about that, and so what are some of the most popular drinks you have?
Ooh, Scott will take this one.
So we do about 15 rotating breweries, and a requirement for us to sell any of the beverages is that we need to know the owner, head brewer, head winemaker, head beverage maker at all the different places that we sell. So originally it was just breweries, but then quickly we realized that people loved all sorts of beverages, and it's a really great experiment for us to learn more about wine and mead. So we do beer, cider, alcoholic ginger beer, seltzer, mead, sparkling wine, now bottled wine.
And why was it important for you to know the brewers?
I think our goal is to connect our guests with what they're drinking and make that connection, not just I'll take the IPA, sit in the corner on my phone.
Yeah.
So you get to learn about the people and the places behind what you're drinking and really make that connection.
Wonderful. So we are trying a few of these beverages today. What are we looking at here?
All right, so the first one up is called a poubelle, and it is a brand new type of drink. So
Okay.
Barman Cellars opened like last month, and they're up 2 hours north at the foot of Mount Baker, and they do wine, cider, and poubelle, and it's their creation, and it's like a piquette, which is like a light sparkling wine, but they put fruit in it, so it's like light sparkling wine meets cider, but it's very dry, really refreshing to
Ooh,
drink.
I love a dry
really
drink.
excited
Yeah,
to
let's
try
see.
this.
I've never poubelle, you said.
Yeah.
Is that right?
It means
Okay.
trash can in French.
And I've died.
Everything
Because
in
there's so
French
many
sounds
things in
better.
it.
It's
Wow.
so a piquette, which is a type of wine, is when they use the grapes. Cheers. A piquette is when they reuse the grapes from making a full body wine because there's still a lot of residual sugar and flavor left on the grape skins. So they took that idea and added fruit. So this one has 3 types of grapes and pear.
I like it. It's so easy to drink. And it's
I
not
can taste
overly
it.
sweet despite having all those yummy fruits in it.
Yep.
Yeah,
This
I like
is
that
good.
dry flavor. All right, what's
next?
next?
All right, so next we have a beer from a newer brewery down in Oregon called Kings and Daughters. The head brewer, Kyle, is a phenomenal brewer and master of hop use. So this one is a soft IPA, which I'm pretty sure he came up with the name of a soft IPA.
Yeah.
So it's a little bit lower in ABV, but still like full flavor.
Oh,
and
okay.
the way he uses his hops are just phenomenal.
Oh, wow.
And his wife does all the can art.
It does feel like a lighter IPA, because normally IPAs are a little bit too heavy for me, but this is good.
No, this is great.
This
yeah.
is nice.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
All right, and the last one we're gonna try today is from Timber City, which is down in South Seattle. Kyle and Cara, they make ginger beer.
Ginger beer, yeah.
cool.
And so
Okay.
this one is pear jasmine.
I love this packaging too. Will you spin that around for the camera too?
It gives like,
it's like a
90s
mountain.
amazing vibe.
Yeah.
I love it. Look at that.
That's so cute.
And while you pour, I have to tell you, it's so exciting to me to see the variety that you offer because my husband loves mead, but he used to have to go to Renaissance Fair.
Oh, yes.
And that's actually the only thing we didn't bring is I was
okay,
looking
no,
through what we were
that's
supposed to
okay.
bring.
But
I
come and visit
appreciate it.
you.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right
Cheers.
around. We're down the
And
street.
you all sell houseplants as well. So not only can you marvel at them while you're sipping your delicious drink, but you can buy the plants too, right?
And some people walk around the
So
shop. They're like,
good.
can I? Like walk and shop.
Yes.
Oh,
So
this
you
is
can
so
buy
good.
the plants.
Yes.
This is my favorite one.
Yeah, it is. It's so tasty.
Done, Joe, thank you so much for coming in
Thanks so
today.
much.
Thanks so
If you,
much.
yeah, if you want to check out the Botanic Ale in
Yes.
Fremont, we'll have a link with more info on our website, fox13seattle.com/studio13
Thanks
live.
again.
This is
so
delicious.
wonderful. All right, coming up, Cirque du Soleil joining us in studio with a sneak peek performance from their production, Corteo.
Yep, we'll get to chat with one of the performers and learn the meaning behind the show at the opening tonight at Climate Pledge Arena. We'll be right back.
Whether they are swinging from a chandelier or flipping through the air, you never know what you'll see at Cirque du Soleil performances. So they are touring in a production of Corteo, and it's opening at Climate Pledge Arena tonight with shows through Sunday.
Yeah, and today we are joined by Cirque du Soleil performer Johan Jocelyn with a sneak peek of the show. Welcome.
Hi.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. So kind of tell us what Corteo is about and what is the meaning behind the show?
So what Corteo is about our main character Mauro, who's dreaming about his own funeral. But funerals are usually like we say like a bad thing and like sad.
Yes.
But this is more like a carnival atmosphere. So it's actually more like a celebration of life. So I had this experience, for example, when we were in New Orleans, that I went to a gospel church, and everyone was like celebrating like the good things that like people who have passed away, that they're celebrating all the great things they've done in life. So the show is. You could say something about this huge celebration of life.
Beautiful. What a beautiful way to look at it. And for people who haven't been to a Cirque du Soleil show before, what can they expect to see?
They can expect a lot of different things. For example, my discipline is juggling, so I'm going to be doing juggling with clubs, with my partners. I'm going to be doing Diablo that I'm going to demonstrate in a second. And then there's going to be bouncing on the beds, a lot of acrobatics. There's going to be people hanging in the air, and there's a lot of things going on.
That's amazing. So how many performers are in the show and what kind of theatrics are involved?
I'm a little bit jet lagged right now, but I would say maybe like 54 artists at the moment, but there's a lot of different disciplines.
Wonderful. All right, so what do you think is one of the most show-stopping things on the show?
I would say in general the whole atmosphere, and like for me, when you come to the end of the show, that you've seen everything that's happening, and like everyone together on the stage for the final thing, I think that's what usually brings the big wow in people.
Beautiful.
And you guys have actually added more shows because of the high demand.
Yes, we did.
And we're going to get a little sneak peek of it right now.
Yes.
You're going to perform for
right.
us.
Yes, I will.
I can't wait. I'll take your mic and we'll let you take it away. I can't even keep my headphones straight, and you are juggling all these different things here.
That's all. I was looking at your face like, is it about looking at the item, but then you threw in extra items? What's your secret?
I would say tons of practice. I've been doing this for 21 years, so.
Wow. So what's the training like in preparation for one of these shows?
I would say like every day is a little bit different. Sometimes you're, let's say, more tired, more energetic and everything. So I would say in general, I train between 2 to 5 hours a day. Wow. Then sometimes also have a day off, and it's good to rest a little bit. But finding a balance for like what you want and what you need to do, it's always a good way to start.
Beautiful. And of course, there are many beautiful moments in Corteo, but what's your personal favorite?
I would say my personal favorite in the show is end of the first act when there's like a teeter board, so it's like a massive like seesaw, like 5 acrobat guys just do crazy tricks, and we're all on the stage cheering and everything at the same time. I think that's like my favorite moment.
Oh, so wonderful and exciting.
Incredible.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you for having me.
Congratulations on your wonderful talent. Thank you for sharing it with us.
Thank you so much.
All right, so make sure to catch Cirque du Soleil's production of Corteo tonight through Sunday at Climate Pledge, and we do have a link for all that information on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13Live. Thanks again.
Thank you.
Wonderful job. All right, we're going to keep the fun rolling here on Studio 13 Live. We won't be trying to juggle, though.
No, we will not. We do not have those skills. But up next, it is Pop Quiz, which is when 2 viewers compete for prizes in trivia. And don't worry, we'll let you in on how you can join too right after the break.
Oh, hello. It is time for a pop quiz where 2 viewers at home compete for a chance to win some prizes.
Yes, and we are joined by our trivia host, Brian McMillan. Hey, Brian.
Hi there, you guys. We got some really good questions today and a fun category as well. We also have 2 fantastic viewers who are joining us. We're joined by Sienna from Lacey and Jeffrey from Tacoma. Thanks for joining us, you guys.
Yay.
Hi.
So great to have you here. They're both going to be competing for tickets to the Woodland Park Zoo. Sienna, you're going to be with Mireya, okay? And Sienna, you have 2 toddler girls, ages 4 months and 18 months. So you're like right in the thick of things right now, right?
4 years and 18 months.
4 years. Okay, all right.
Still
crazy nonetheless.
Still crazy. We've been there. It is
Yes.
crazy how I'm
Wild
surprised
time.
they're not running around crazy in the background right there. But yeah, it's
They're tucked
good.
away, so.
Jeffrey, you're going to be with Carly, and I'm told that you are my best friend, or my cousin's best friend. You know my cousin.
Yeah, we grew up together. He was in my wedding, and yeah, definitely.
Wow.
Oh,
How about that?
And you didn't
it
know
was
that.
meant to
I
be.
didn't know that. No, I didn't know that. So that's great. That's great. Well, glad to have you both here. Here's how this is going to work. I'm going to ask you both 4 questions. They're all multiple choice. You have 15 seconds to answer, and if you need help, you can ask your teammate Carly or Mireya one time only. Today's category is animals.
Yay!
Okay, everybody ready?
Yes.
Let's play pop quiz. Here we go. We'll start with Sienna. Sienna, what is the largest animal on Earth? Is it A, the African elephant, B, the blue whale, C, the whale shark, or D, the giraffe?
The blue whale?
The blue whale is correct, yes! We're off to a good start here.
Yeah.
All right, Jeffrey, you're up next here. What is the correct term for a group of crows? Is it A, gaggle, B, a kettle, C, a murder, or D, a parliament?
C, murder.
C, murder is
Yay!
correct. Yes, very nice. All right, Sienna, your second question. What is stored in a camel's hump? Is it A, undigested food, B, water, C, muscle, or D, fat?
Can I use my lifeline for this one?
Sure can. Sure can. You're with Mireya here.
Yes.
So, Mireya, so what do you think
So
here?
for the
stored-
record, we don't know the answers, but
Yes.
I think I know this one.
Okay.
I think it's fat.
You think it's fat?
Yeah.
Okay. So Sienna, what do you think? Are you going to go with Mireya?
I am.
All right. Fat is correct. Mireya comes into the clutch.
Can you imagine if it was undigested food? It would just go up and down and up
Yeah,
and down.
I know.
I've never seen that
And
before.
I think most people would think it's water, because that's what
Yeah.
you know as a kid when you read about camel.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it is fat. All right, Jeffrey, you're up. What kind of fish is Nemo from the movie Finding Nemo? Is he A, a clownfish, B, a goldfish, C, an angelfish, or D, a pufferfish?
I believe that's A.
A is correct. A clownfish, yes. Carly's taking a deep
I'm
breath.
sweating.
Really?
I was like, I can't get
You
this
haven't
one
seen that
wrong.
movie?
No, I've seen that movie, but I don't know what type of fish it is.
Okay, yeah.
Now you
Don't
know.
judge
Now
me.
you
Now
know.
I know.
Now you'll never forget. All right, Sienna, you're up next. It's all tied up, by the way, 2-2 right now, you guys. This is a barn burner. Sienna, what animal has the longest lifespan? Is it A, a blue whale, B, a locust, C, a giant tortoise, or D, an elephant?
A giant tortoise?
Yes, that's correct. What is it? She's so funny because every answer I think she's like struggling to get
Yeah,
there, but
she
she's
gets
got them all.
it.
She's got them all so far. All right, Jeffrey, you're up. Which bird's eye is bigger than its brain?
Oh.
Is it A, a hummingbird, B, an ostrich, C, a pigeon, or D, an emu?
I'm gonna go on my lifeline on this one.
Okay.
All right.
Carly, you have any idea?
When I think of an ostrich, I think of a big eyes, so that would be my guess, but I don't fully know the answer, Jeffrey.
Okay. All right, what do you think, Jeffrey?
I'm gonna go with that. That was my first thought, so
Yeah.
we'll go with ostrich.
Ostrich is correct. It is correct.
Thank you, Carly.
The lifeline's working out. Good job, ladies.
sweating
Good job. All right. So it's all tied up 3-3 now.
Okay.
This is the final question for both of you. We're going to send it on over to Sienna. Sienna, how many hearts does an octopus have? Is it A, 1, B, 2, C, 3, or D, 4?
Dang. I'll guess 2.
2, I'm sorry. That's right. It's actually 3.
What? Oh, I didn't know that.
Breaking news here.
That's such a weird number.
All right. Jeffrey, you can win it with this last question. Here we go. What is the national animal of Scotland? Is it A, a red squirrel, B, a Scottish wildcat, C, a white-tailed eagle, or D, a unicorn?
I believe it's the white-tailed eagle.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. It's actually a unicorn.
Yep.
No.
It is a unicorn.
It is.
Because you can only find unicorns in Scotland.
Of course.
Okay, of course, right? Okay, we're all tied up 3-3.
Tiebreaker.
We're going to a tiebreaker. All right, so let's see here. Pick a number between 1 and 2 here, Sienna. I'll show you. I got the number right here. So pick a number between 1 and 2. Pick 1 or 2. They can't see me.
2.
2. Okay, yes, you got 2.
That is the number you were
You're going to go
holding up.
first, okay? Here we go.
Cool.
For the record, they can't see.
They can't
They
see
can't
me.
see
That's
us.
right.
Yeah,
They can't
that's
see me.
right.
Yeah. All right. The largest recorded contiguous colony of ants in the world stretches for how many miles? This will not be multiple choice. You'll throw out a number, and Jeffrey, you'll also throw out a number. So, the largest recorded contiguous colony of ants in the world stretches for how many miles?
7.
7 miles.
I'll say-
Okay, Jeffrey, how many miles do you think the longest contiguous colony of ants in the world stretches for?
I'll say 500.
Okay, the answer? 3,700 miles.
Oh my goodness.
Jeffrey, that means you win. Congratulations, Sienna. Thank you so much for playing. Wow, that was a really good match, you guys.
More people here. My goodness.
Yeah.
By the way, that stretches from northern Italy through the south of France to the Atlantic coast of Spain.
Oh my, the ants are going to take
That
over.
one colony. I know, they're going to take over. as well.
Wow.
Thank you so much, you guys, for playing. Give them a round of applause.
Thank you.
Absolutely. And if you want to
Thank
enter for
you.
a chance to win some fun prizes, head to fox13seattle.com and click on Studio 13 Live. What is coming up next?
I'm
Are
just
you
thinking about
sweating?
these
Is
ants
this
being
like- this
record
was an
breakers
intense
here.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. Well, we have something coming up for you.
Yes, we do. So N Rama is joining us in studio to show us how to make a couple of their signature scratch-made dishes.
Yes, we're going to try some delicious mac and cheese. That's right after the break.
It is time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight amazing food in our area.
And today we are joined by Chef Reginald Jacob Howell with N Rama. Hello, hello.
Thanks for coming in.
having me. Yeah,
so
yeah,
we're
yeah.
going to get right into cooking today. What are you making us here?
So I'm making my signature dish. Is actually my first dish at Rama. It is a chorizo mac and cheese.
Oh,
amazing.
thank you. Yes.
Yeah, it's actually got a sweet potato cheese sauce. So it's boiled down sweet potatoes, butter, mascarpone, and a little bit of Gruyere cheese, so it's nice and like silky smooth. So
This is let's say a giant step up from Kraft mac and cheese.
yeah, you know,
Not even in the same category.
we have this saying. It's the adult mac and cheese.
Adult
Yeah.
mac and cheese.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that.
What are you putting in there right now?
So here is the sweet potato cheese sauce or sweet potato puree. This is the vegetarian version.
Okay.
So I'll let that just kind of like warm up a little bit. And it's real simple. A lot of our dishes are real simple. We're just gonna toss it in the sauce, a little butter, plate it up nice and nice.
Beautiful.
We've got some pickled mustard seeds here, queso fresco. That also goes on top of the mac and cheese. Yeah.
Beautiful. So N Rama is actually located in Courthouse Square in Tacoma. And talk to us about the kind of food that people can find there.
Yeah, so we feature Italian and Spanish tapas.
Ooh.
So right now we do like a lot of just fresh pastas in-house. We have a burger that's probably one of the best burgers you'll ever have.
Ooh.
It's got Dijonnaise, house Cuban pickles, lettuce, and all-time favorite Kraft American cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a mix between there. I try to throw a little soul food on the menu, but
Yeah.
just have a little fun.
And it's a scratch kitchen. What does that mean?
Yeah, scratch kitchen. So we make a lot of our items in-house. Pretty much, we do bread every day. We're doing our sauces, making vinegars, things like that. Pretty much everything that we can cook, we're trying to make from scratch.
Can you tell us a little bit about the bread? Because when I have pasta, I have to have bread.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about the production.
So the bread came about during COVID. We were just trying to reinvent ways to, source in-house and like kind of limit the hunt to go find food. So we're like, let's start making bread. We nailed down a focaccia recipe, it's foolproof.
Is that right here?
Yeah, that's right there. I did a little mini one for you guys this morning. It's actually got truffle oil.
Hello.
So you're telling us you're like everyone else who learned to make bread during the pandemic.
Yeah.
I'm probably not as fancy, but I make me a bread machine.
It took some time. It took some time.
So in addition to this delicious food and the amazing focaccia, also voted best happy hour in the South Sound.
Yeah, we are.
Yeah, what are some of the most popular menu items that you have during happy
Our
hour?
pimento here, which we feature, it's on our day-old focaccia. We toast that up, top it with some onion jam, a little bit of microgreens, and it gets served with our house spicy pickles. That's the #1 seller. Our bread pudding with the boozy affogato. So like that's a win-win situation.
Yeah.
That's been on the menu since the beginning as well. So some of those, and people come from our mac and cheese.
Yeah, I can see
it's
why.
not your traditional mac and cheese. So at first people read it, they're like, oh, this isn't, macaroni pie, but this is, my version.
Yeah.
Very proud of this. It's going to be around for, probably won't come off for a while.
Good.
So, I hope.
As a chef, talk to us about how you find that inspiration and create these beautiful dishes.
Inspiration comes for everything. I have good friends, family, music, movies. It could just be experience. But yeah, I sit at home, read a lot, watch a lot of movies, get inspired, read a lot of cookbooks, things like that, and I just start cooking.
Where did you learn how to cook? I mean, was
my
it
grandma.
family?
My grandma. Yeah, I didn't go to culinary school.
Tell us about her a little bit.
Yeah, so I was the youngest of 3 brothers, and pretty much I wasn't able to go to school, so I stayed home with my grandma a lot. And so she taught me how to cook, garden, things like that. So mostly those, how to take care of family things kind of stuck, and over time I just started cooking, remembering what she taught me, putting those things together, and then I'm on my way to my own cuisine here.
What's your grandma's name?
My grandma's name was Grace Garrett.
Grandma
so
Grace.
God rest her soul.
And you said something that really sticks out to me, which is that you cook to take care of your family.
Yeah.
I think so many of us, especially in such a busy world, forget. Like, I just slam stuff together sometimes, but the beauty of taking care of your family with the meal you're making.
Yeah, you have to. It's how you create memories. It's how you make connections, and that's pretty much what we do in Arama. We're all about the vibes and meeting people. I love talking to customers. I love making those relationships and, just meeting people and making people family. So
Beautiful.
over a good meal. So here I have the meat version of the mac and cheese. It's our house-made chorizo, red peppers, garlic, onions, and this is our vegetarian version. We just do without meat. So to top it, we've got some of these pickled maple mustard seeds. Super simple with this. It's just rehydrate them in vinegar and soaking them in some maple mustards. Or maple syrup.
I've never had anything like this before.
It looks so cool. It's like
These are actually the star of the
seeds.
show. The mustard seeds are what people come from. They don't even come for the pasta.
Really?
You're kidding. Oh,
This is blowing
I
my
can't wait to
mind.
try.
I gotta say, I've had a lot of mac and cheese. So in Portland, I went searching for some of the best mac and cheese.
Here it is, my friend.
I don't think I've ever had something that looks and smells quite like this.
This
This looks
so
amazing.
amazing.
I can't wait.
What else are you putting on top?
Oh yeah, so the queso fresco, and then we do a little bit of this micro cilantro.
Beautiful. All right, can we try these
You
while
go
you're
ahead and dive into
cooking?
that, yeah.
Here
I've
you
got
go,
some chickpeas
Carlene.
going here.
Thank
There we go.
Hold it. You grab your fork.
You're just trying to eat the rest of it, aren't you?
Oh my gosh, this is so fantastic. This is so different from any mac and cheese I've ever had before.
That's what I'm saying. Don't come expecting like mac and cheese. Come expecting my mac and cheese.
What is this again?
It's yellow mustard seeds.
Yellow mustard seeds.
Rehydrate them in vinegar, and then I soaked them like overnight in maple
I gotta say,
syrup.
it's incredible.
Wow.
It's really, yes.
Truly
Sweet.
something I would not be able to replicate.
Oh, man.
Can go
It
to
takes
Enrama.
practice. Well, look, you can come to Enrama. Oh, sorry.
okay.
You got the recipe online. I encourage you to try to attempt it. Reach out to me on social media. Send me some pictures.
Oh, that's kind.
Gosh.
Yeah, let me know how you do.
You want to see people mess up and then
No,
they'll
I want to see people, recreate it and reinvent like their style of mac and cheese. And I think that's what it's about. Is just like creating a dish that you can, teach, and then somebody takes it and evolves it, and that's the whole purpose, So
Beautiful.
yeah.
And so what's going on with these chickpeas now?
Yeah. So these are just super classic, super simple, green chickpeas, yellow chickpeas, and we just cook it in veg stock, lemon juice, a little bit of salt. And then a little bit of butter. And we let that get nice and creamy. And then here we have our chickpea puree. Simply just a puree with butter, salt, pepper, garlic. And then we have a little chili oil, which we make from Aleppo, paprika, You can make chili oil with kind of any chili.
Oh.
So this is just our version. It kind of fits the theme of the Italian-Spanish vibe.
I thought those were just regular peas, but they're green chickpeas.
I didn't know they came green.
I didn't either. Is this like a less grown chickpea or?
No, it's there. I mean, there's several different chickpeas. I've had black chickpeas.
Oh my gosh.
I've never. Black chickpeas are pretty good.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Yeah,
Let's
so
take
you
a
have
closer
that,
look
and then
here.
we add a little bit of chili oil here,
Beautiful.
and that's it. And then
Wow.
don't forget the microgreens, because you gotta.
Microgreens just make everything feel
Make
fancy.
it pop, you know?
It is fancy,
Make it
yeah.
pop, make it pop.
It does.
Yeah, so
Wow.
that's our braised
Beautiful.
chickpeas there, and the mac and cheese. So
Wow.
Carly, you
This
want
is
to
so
try
good.
this?
Yeah, you have to,
Absolutely.
you have to.
So vegetarians
Wait,
delight
don't-
on the
don't forget
Chardonnay.
the flaky salt.
Oh yeah, give me that flaky salt.
We love the chunky salt.
We
So
Salt
Jenna, I
action.
have to get into the bread. So
Yeah. Try the pimento, try the bread pudding.
Brian needs the bread.
This does contain alcohol, so you know.
Oh, hello.
Good morning.
I do love pimento cheese. Oh,
Yeah.
Such a good winter dish too.
Yeah,
It feels
yeah.
so nourishing and warm. Oh, I love it.
Yeah.
This is so good.
It's on the menu 365. We are seasonal, so we do change our menu items. These items you're eating here probably won't change, but we do have rotating pastas, rotating burgers, sandwiches, things like that. So it stays fresh, stays funky.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I love that there's like 3 different versions of a chickpea on here too.
And it's
There's,
like
Yeah,
so different,
yeah,
right?
yeah.
yeah.
There's
Yeah,
more than one
wow.
way to use an ingredient. You know, you can do whatever you want to. Just got to get creative.
Well, thank you, and
thank
thank
you
you to
guys,
your
thank you guys,
grandma
thank
for
you.
teaching
Yeah,
you
yeah,
everything you
yeah.
learned. And you can try these delicious dishes at Enrama in Tacoma.
Yeah.
We do again have those recipes posted on our website, Fox13, Seattle.com/Studio13 Live.
Yes, and if you have a restaurant or bar you want us to feature on the show, be sure to let us know. Studio 13 Live, Fox.com. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you. Thank you.
Don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around.